Curiosity is good. It allows us to explore the world around us, the people around us, as well as ourselves. Curiosity answers many questions, but may also reveal new questions which we may explore for further understanding. Being mindful by its very nature invites one to be curious as we explore the very nature of reality. And one of the most rewarding results of curiosity is the unexpected results that may be revealed. This is Gus, our house cat. He's not quite a year old, and to him, the world is very new. There are so many new sights to see, sounds to hear, smells to investigate, and activities to try, including climbing trees. Being a young cat, he has the speed and agility of a cat his age. He also has a strong curiosity for what is beyond the front door. As you might expect, his curiosity, as well as his speed, makes him a handful, and sometimes he's able to make it out the front door before being stopped. This is the story of his recent adventure, and we can use this experience to investigate some aspects of the world within us and those around us. On this particular adventure, and after several unsuccessful attempts of trying to coax him back to me, Gus found himself up a tree, as you can see in the image. It wasn't very high, but well out of my reach and any of the ladders we owned. Fortunately, the tree was not vertical, but at an angle of about 35 degrees. Like many people, Gus saw the opportunity for a new challenge or experience and went right for it. Also, like many people, Gus did not consider potential outcomes for unskillful actions. As I waited to see if he would figure a way down, some cats can, I thought of how, if needed, I would get him down safely. I tried calling him. He just looked at me. I put out food and catnip. He just looked at me. Some time passed, and as you can see in the image, he also found a little hollow in which he could nestle into. Several hours passed, and he made no attempts to climb down. I waited patiently and hoped he would get hungry enough to brave his way down. That did not happen. As day turned into dusk and into the night, I could hear his pitiful cries. As uncomfortable as he was, and the fact that he was not in any imminent danger, Gus found himself being a wild cat for that night. It's important to realize that being uncomfortable and facing some struggle is okay. Too often we avoid situations that create these feelings and look for immediate relief. As long as we're physically safe, it's important to embrace these feelings of discomfort so we know how to mindfully handle them in the future. As the new day unfolded, I knew Gus wasn't able to climb down, and so the rescue plan that was thought up the day before was acted on. My wife and I went to the local lumber yard and purchased several 2x4s and nails we were going to need to construct a ladder. I began to cut the wood into appropriate sizes and fasten them to the tree. I was able to attach about 3 or 4 rungs before I realized that due to the circumference of the tree and me being a little portly, the rungs were not very stable for me. So what to do? Here's where even I needed some help in retrieving Gus. My wife, who was about 100 pounds lighter than I, was easily able to affix the remaining rungs and, more importantly, the stability. This too is an important lesson in that even the rescuer may need to adjust. So not letting ego get in the way of a beneficial action is vital to understanding our own abilities and limitations. I should mention that during all of this action, Gus was looking on very intently. She was able to reach Gus. Here, too, an interesting realization occurred. Gus was wanting to be helped. Help had arrived and was only a short distance away. As what sometimes happens when help arrives, the one needing help is afraid to accept that help. There was uncertainty. Gus was experiencing trepidation and needed a firm grasp to be rescued. Yes, Gus wanted to come down to his family, but still needed additional support. This happens with people too. Even when one is in a bad situation, it becomes comfortable, and change can be very hard. But often, once that change is made and the fear of the future subsides, calm reflection and retrospection can manifest. As you can see, Gus is now comfortable back on his warm blanket and in a loving environment. Learning to trust others around us is important. Learning to let go of ego and the notion that you need to do everything on your own to be successful is important. Holding on to your ego and pride is limiting and will continue your suffering. If you find yourself in a hard situation, learning to accept help, whether it's a literal hand up or wise counsel, will certainly ease your burden and improve your well-being.